Let me see, man. I just had a hiccup, man. I'm sitting up here talking to you guys, man. I'm sitting up here talking to you guys, and this thing wasn't even live. Hold on one second, man. Let me make sure. Let me refresh this. Hold on, man. Let me see. That's a different one there. Hold on. All right, there we go. There we go. Now I'm live. Thank you. Now I can see it. I can see what you guys are seeing. All right, let me get back into my sim dashboard. Hold on here. Oh, let's get that out the way. That out the way. Clear all this stuff out the way. What's going on, you guys, man? This is Ron with the Little Gaming Channel. Hold on, you guys. Bear with me. Just getting some things. I had a little hiccup, man. I'm here talking to you guys, and nobody's on the stream, man. Hey, man. What's going on? Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody, man. First, before I get this show started, man, I want to thank everybody for helping me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, man. I am at 1,025 subscribers so far, man. Thank you for helping me reach my goal, man. That was one of my goals, man. So I reached 1,025 subscribers, man. Thank you for helping me reach my goal. Shout out to the lead attorney, man, and everybody that came over from the lead attorney's channel, man, to subscribe to my channel to help me reach my goal. I appreciate all of you guys, man. I really do appreciate all you guys. Thank you so very much, man. Thank you. So we reached our goal, man. We're on to the next goal, whatever that is. But thank you again, you guys. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what that is. Oh. You know what, man? My stream is all messed. My keys are all messed up, man. Man, I'm having some issues over here. Man, what's going on, ATS kid? That ATS dude. My apologies. Chocolate Solutions, what's going on, man? Thank you guys. Once again, man, thank you to everybody for coming out and supporting the channel, helping me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, man. I exceeded that at 1,025, man. Thank you. So, my screen went blank. Man, I'm struggle trucking. Hold on, you guys. I don't know why that went away like that, man. Hold on. Now let's get back into it. Okay, now you can see the picture on the screen. I don't know why it went dark like that. But anyway, so what we're doing also, man, I am also watching, I don't know if you guys heard of this mayor in Chicago. I don't know if it's a part of Chicago or if it's, I don't know where it is, but her name is Tiffany, whatever this woman's name is, man. She's a hood booger, to say the least, man. She is running over, she's in Dalton City, the town of Dalton, some kind of township or something, man, and she's doing whatever she wants to do, man. They were talking about how she's throwing rap parties at old age homes. She's taking trips on the taxpayers' dollars. She bought her a Tahoe. I mean, she's doing all kind of hood boogerish type of stuff, man. But yeah, so I wanted to watch this. This is old. This is an old video, but they had a hearing, a special hearing to investigate her, where they wanted the FBI, local enforcement, and a bunch of other people to investigate her and her spending habits and the things that she's doing in regards to the city, locking the city council members out of city hall, and just doing all kind of stuff, man. But anyway, let's get into it, man. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I want to thank all the residents. So I'm gonna turn up the volume on the video so you can hear that also. But we're gonna find a load. At least we have each other, and we're gonna continue to show up and do the job that you all elected us to do, no matter where. And we thank you. So we're going to find a load and listen to this at the same time.
Trustee. So I want to briefly, on my comments, take a moment to clear up misinformation. And generally, I try not to address misinformation or things like that. However, I'm appreciative of the residents of the community that get phone calls and messages. So after the last board meeting, I get some calls that say, "Oh, thank you. How are you doing? Is everything okay?" Because the last meeting was really, really tough. And I'm thinking they're talking about the meeting, and they say, "Oh, you know, getting picked up over at U.S. Bank." And I say, "What are you talking about?" And then further, I think there was a further story, and there's a ton of misinformation. I really do not try to feed into it, but I want to just make sure that I clearly state for the record, I've never been picked up. I've never been arrested or walked out by anybody. And my short response to some of those residents was, there's one person on the board who has a mugshot, and we know who that person is. But I say that not to be divisive in nature or anything else like that, because those are harsh. I say that because the overall attempt is that as we get closer to it, we try to talk about issues and focus on the issues. And then,
man, I hope I can make it around here. This thing is long.
Again, so I want to make sure that I may just state for the record as we get into this meeting that none of that has never happened, and I'm pleased to report. My laptop is right here.
All right, I made it around.
So now that we've kind of cleared that up and hopefully lightened the mood a little bit.
So how you guys doing today, man?
For everybody being present. I will say that so next up on our there were some other comments made about every meeting we come in and we talk about legislative council, and that council needs to be terminated for the various reasons, and it repeatedly goes on. At many meetings, we do not request legislative council to be present. The reason for that being that there is a cost. We're mindful and recognize that there's a cost. So the best use of the time or tax dollars as we're going to try to spend it, we don't feel is to have somebody sitting present at a meeting. However, we've gotten many questions and many calls about what's legal, how is this going on, what other things can we do. So this evening, the Board of Trustees has asked that our legislative attorneys show up, and they have graciously and willingly come to join us. I want to give a special thanks and acknowledgement to Attorney Olson, Attorney Frazier, Attorney McGrath, and I'm also going to yield the floor to them for a moment just for comments from them.
Thank you, Trustee House. So my name is Bert Odelson. Sitting to my left is Felicia Frazier. Sitting to her left is Mike McGrath. We are the three managing partners of our law firm, a 21-member law firm.
Hey, I'm hanging in there, ATS dude, man.
We all don't go
I'm hanging in there.
Meetings together ever, because we have a lot of meetings that we have to cover and don't burden or encumber a municipality with three of us going. Tonight, we're doing the same thing. We are not charging for our appearances here tonight because we shouldn't be here. If the village was operating in the fashion that every other municipality operates, we wouldn't be here. But some things have to be said tonight, and some things have to be done tonight. And it is very meritorious and heroic that this board has now stepped forward to do what has to be done to straighten this village out. So the number one thing I have to say is the mayor has...
oh, man, there I go. There I go again, man, passing up my stops.
But I guess she does this every meeting.
Can you believe this, man? I consistently do that shit, man.
Municipalities that we serve. I have been a lawyer for 51 years. I was 5 years old.
I'm going to pull over, man, and make a U-turn.
We represent 26 municipalities as the village attorney.
Man, I'd make a horrible real truck driver, man.
30 municipalities, school districts, townships, park districts as special
we're gonna make a U-turn here, man.
We don't bring chaos. We bring competent legal counsel. Miss Henyard talked about the village of Robbins.
Man, come on.
Chaos to Robbins. I started with Dr. Irene Brody in 1982 when she was elected mayor of the village of Robbins, one of the most magnificent.
All right, Chocolate
females
Solution.
I ever
Yeah.
met. I served with Dr. Brody until the day she retired, over 30 years. Many
Man, I'm
years,
trying to make a U-turn here.
Working pro bono for Robbins because Robbins couldn't pay us. They have another mayor now who chose to do something different, and that was his prerogative. But please don't tell me about Robbins that I vested a good part of my life in with Dr. Brody. She talked about Sauk Village, and we brought chaos to Sauk Village. We have been the village attorneys or legislative council for over 15 years in Sauk Village.
Let's see if I can get around here,
served as
man.
legislative council there, even though the mayor and the trustees don't get along real well. We still do business. We can still have meetings. We still put things on the agenda. Even though there's not political harmony, there is at least legislative harmony, and we are the.
Hey, man, I want to thank you guys
legislative council
again,
and get along very
man.
well
Thank
there.
you for the 1,000
Talked about the
subs,
village of
man.
Maywood and how
I
got
appreciate
fired
you
from
guys.
Maywood. I did. I served there 3 months until the young mayor was arrested on the middle of the Eisenhower Expressway in a Maywood Tahoe. Does Tahoe sound familiar in this minute? Asleep in the village car, asleep and drunk, and given a DUI. Well, yeah, I was fired
All right.
by that mayor. That is absolutely correct. And fourthly,
So what we're watching now
She said I
is
brought
we're
chaos
watching
to
a
University
hearing
Park.
to investigate the
well,
mayor,
you can ask the mayor,
Tiffany
and all
Henyard.
6 trustees
Henyard, I think that's her
who don't
name.
get
Tiffany
along.
Henyard.
What
She's
chaos
the
I brought to University
Dalton
Park.
County mayor.
They wanted to come tonight, write a letter, and tell the fine people of Dalton what our firm has done to stabilize the legal
So this is a
practice
hearing
and
to
really
actually
help
start the
village with their
investigation.
water problems in just winning a case in the Circuit Court of Will County on behalf of the people of University
Man,
Park.
where am I going?
She lied, and I wish she was here so I can tell her to her face that she lied and continues to lie.
Where is
about
this, man?
So many things in this municipality, but lying is
Oh,
not
there it
the
is.
worst thing that she does. We're going
Man,
to
I
go
should have
through
went in the
things.
other way if I knew
Mayor
it was
Pro Tem
there.
House is going to take the board through a number of items tonight, which will expose
Wow. Okay.
further what she has done to this municipality.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna have to pull out of here and go back in. Hold
We all
on.
wanna go home and have dinner
And I deleted my
real
steering wheel,
business
as you guys can see,
which is
man.
serious business.
I went into the
That's
config
not just
file and deleted
your
the steering
business,
wheel.
But has now become and is going to become the business of elected officials in the state of Illinois who can do something to help the people of Dalton. Thank you for the opportunity.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you very
see if
much,
I can
Attorney.
back this thing
With that
up
being said,
here.
we'll go to our next item on the agenda, which is the village clerk's report. I yield to Clerk Key.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I'm requesting the board's approval on minutes that I originally submitted on the February 5th board meeting, but I was not allowed to get approval of these minutes, so I'm asking the board to approve them now. So let me just list out the minutes that I'm requesting approval.
All right, I'm on that hill
Special
behind
board
me.
meeting of the trustees, Monday, September the 25th, 2023.
I'm trying to get this thing turned around,
Regular board
man.
meeting of the trustees, Monday, December the 4th,
All right.
2023.
Because my pickup spot is right there on my right, on my left, so I got to go out here.
2023. Regular board
I'm gonna go
meeting of
out
the trustees,
and come back in the
Tuesday,
other way,
January 2nd,
so I can back in.
2024. And special board meeting of the trustees Wednesday, January the
No,
24th,
no. She
2024.
is. No, that was another mayor.
The minutes
This
that I have
particular
prior
mayor,
sent to you
Tiffany
prior,
Henyard, if you
appreciate
look her up,
I make a
Dalton
motion
mayor.
to approve the said
Oh man, she's
minutes.
been all over the news, man. She's a wild one, bro.
So hearing the
She's
motion
having
and
parties
second,
at
any
senior
discussion?
citizens' homes, rap parties.
Hearing none, Clerk Key,
She
please
purchased
call
a
the roll.
Tahoe. She purchased a Tahoe.
Trustee Norwood?
Yeah, man, she's a hood
Trustee
booger.
Tammy Brown? Aye.
She's off the
Trustee
chain.
House? Trustee Belcher? Aye.
Yeah, she's
Motion passed to finally
locking.
pass the minutes.
She's not
Thank
showing
you very
people the
much.
book. She's just spending money
Mayor,
and
ma'am.
taking trips on taxpayers,
explain to the
on the
audience,
taxpayers'
people
dime. Yeah, she's off the chain,
The
man.
reason that the minutes have to be approved at a special meeting is Ms. Henyard will not allow the minutes to be put on the agenda because she doesn't want to keep track of what the board is doing for the people of Dalton. Minutes are supposed to come up at the next board meeting or two board meetings, and it's an embarrassment to go back to September of 2023 to approve.
All right, there's my
minutes
spot
what
right there.
happened in September of 2023. Again, the trustees have to use this vehicle of a special meeting to do ordinary village business. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Attorney.
Man, I don't know how I'm gonna get this thing in there.
This is listed on this agenda. First order of business on our new business. First is transferring all current litigation files from the Delgado Law Group to Odelson, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath. I'll tell you why I put this on the agenda. This was
Man, I'm trying to get this thing around here,
at the
man.
present time, our village does not have a village attorney assigned to it. The attorney that was previously
I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm having issues here, bro.
Work with the mayor and this administration. After that time, we've gone with no appointed or nominated attorney of record, and a lot of the files have been.
All right, maybe I can go in this way. Hold on.
Without board approval. So, as the board, and we want to make, and additionally, we're not getting up-to-date information on these cases. And once we have to ultimately vote to settle, not settle, and as a board, we need to be informed on what's going on so that we know potential of losses and the direction that we're going with that case. So, with having legislative,
All right, now this is better. This is what I should have did from the jump start.
Appointed president at this time, we are requesting that all files be transferred from Delgado Law Group to the attorney's office that will communicate with us. So I make a motion at this time that we transfer all files from Delgado to Odelson, Murphy, Frazier, McGrath. Can I ask for a second?
Second.
Okay. Hearing a motion and seconded, I'll ask for discussion.
I would like to speak for discussion if possible.
Okay, Trustee Belcher.
A lot of stuff that we probably are not going to be able to discuss because we either have to normally go in executive session. But the issue is, and I'll say from me, is
all right, let's load this up, man. We made it in here.
Cases that come about, we don't know about them until
all right, there we go.
Finished, or somebody has cut somebody a deal, and then we're brought into executive session.
All right, let's do this.
Type of formal decision on it. We're having corporate counsel that works for the benefit of everyone should be transparent enough to when these cases are filed that we should get a copy of it or know about it, and then
oh yeah, man, she's off the chain, bro.
We will be informed of what we're doing.
This lady is wild. She's
slid through the cracks, and since we didn't know about
she's
it,
also
we
hired, man,
we're gonna have to pay out money. So this is not about
convicted pedophiles, man.
Hire someone that represents us. We want someone
like she's off the chain,
that we know that we can minimize the cost of the backs of the residents.
Thank you, Trustee. I'm going to yield to Attorney.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. We already loaded up, man. We got some big silo on the back of here.
There's at least 33 pending cases against the village, and I think another one was just recently filed. I don't think there's this many cases in all of our municipalities combined, and it is taking the money that should be used for the people and paying lawyers and paying plaintiffs.
Come on, bro. You see me pulling out here, man.
The representation that it should. That's why we
couldn't
have
let
to
me
take
out?
these cases, get them in order, and win them. We will not take any cases that conflict with us. In other words, there's a case where we sued the municipality after the board told us to sue the municipality.
It's wrong.
Because Ms. Henyard would not sign our checks. The checks that the board authorized for legal work that we did. So we, of course, can't take that case because we're suing, and we're only suing because we would like to get paid from over 2 years ago. We haven't been paid in 2 years, over 2 years.
And thank you for bringing that point up. Actually, I'm going to ask you if you can share with the residents the status of your payments as well as attorney. Good. So I'm going to ask if you'll share with the residents the status of your payments, and it's been described to the community that you've charged us anywhere from $1 to $2 million in billing. So I want to add that. I want to just ask for your status on that, just for clarification.
Well, if Ms. Henyard made that representation, that is another misrepresentation and not true. Of course, they're not that. It's ridiculous to even come up with a number like that. We're not handling any of these cases, and we haven't been paid. Ironically, we were paid for a while, and then when the referendum was put on the ballot and the people voted to recall Ms. Henyard, she stopped paying us. Now the courts, for whatever the court's reason, said that it wasn't a valid question, which we disagree with, but the people spoke, wanted her recalled, and then she caused retribution to our firm by not paying our authorized bills that the board approved. That's where it's at.
Thank you very much. I'll yield to Trustee Brown.
Okay. Maybe you can also shed some clarity. Every month we hear the same thing about you, that you are our legislative counsel and you have not won a case for the Village of Dalton. So maybe you can shed some light on that as well.
So let me just go back. John Murphy, the other partner in the firm, he was the village attorney under Mayor Riley for many years. Of course, he was dismissed by Ms. Henyard, and we have won. Our firm has won many cases for the Village of Dalton and stopped these excessive legal fees and excessive payouts to plaintiffs. You have one case pending against you now for $33 million. And that law firm has now gone to court and has filed a very interesting pleading outlining what the mayor has done with the money in this town rather than pay the judgment. And that's being litigated right now.
See, how long does this go? This load is 2 hours and 46 minutes, man. I just wanted to come on here in the middle of the day, man, and thank you guys, man. Thank you, man.
Okay, so that being the case, I will ask.
Thank you to everybody, man. Thank you. Thank you to everybody for subscribing to the channel, man, and helping me reach my goal of 1,000 subs, man. I'm up to 1,025 right now, and I thank you. Thank you.
Next on the agenda,
I appreciate you. I really do.
It is on the agenda. Item number 2, refer the Delgado Law Group to the appropriate agency for inappropriate conflict of interest. The Delgado Law Group has been the village prosecutor for over 2 years. During this time, that law group has has filed appearances on multiple state and federal lawsuits against the village, Mayor Henyard, the Board of Trustees, and the village corporate authorities, and continues to defend these matters. Within the last year, the Delgado Law Group has filed appearances and prosecuted or defended matters in opposition of the corporate authorities, specifically the majority of the Board of Trustees. The Delgado Law Group has been tens of thousands of dollars for this legal work in opposition of the corporate authorities. This is a direct conflict of interest and shall be referred to the ARDC requesting an investigation into this.
Okay.
So I request that this be placed on the agenda, specifically because the attorneys should be working in conjunction and for the village. In this case, the board majority has made our votes very clear, and yet cases continue, which cost this village money, and we feel this is, I feel this conflict of interest, so I'll again motion that we move forward with requesting legislative counsel to file this conflict of interest. So that's my motion.
Second.
Okay, hearing the motion in second, open for discussion.
I have a question. So,
all right, man, we
in
on.
reference to the ARDC, which
Let's see what we got here, man. What do we got here?
Complaint against the attorney. Will this be taken care of?
We're at 76,869 pounds, man. All right.
My request would be that it be done yesterday, but I'll yield to attorney.
Yes, this will be done immediately tomorrow. And if I I could just clarify one other thing. As lawyers, when we're appointed by the body, the trustees, we then work for the municipality. We don't work for the trustees. We don't work for the mayor. We work for the people because we're the people's lawyer. That's village attorneys. So when the Delgado Law Group was appointed village prosecutor, that is the office that prosecutes traffic tickets. Traffic goes to traffic court. They're not the village
Look at them
attorneys.
clouds out there
They
moving,
should not
man.
be
Them clouds
sitting
out there
next to
moving.
the mayor at village board meetings. That's not their place. That's not our place. We're the legislative council right now. We represent the board, but we represent the board for the interests of the people. Just so you know, you can't represent the mayor.
Yeah, we'll
against
see.
the
We'll
board.
see, ATS dude,
We
man.
represent the municipality.
Thank you very much.
We will
for that
see, man.
word of clarity.
I know if I want this channel to do anything, man, I'm gonna have to put in some work, start doing a lot more lives.
Trustee Norwood? Aye. Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee
Yeah, I know. I just seen the leads notification pop up.
Okay, next on the agenda, item number 3.
Yeah, I just came on here, man, for a minute to basically thank everybody, man, for subscribing to the channel.
2022. These are invoice numbers 33340, 33631, 33632, 33857, 33858 for total costs, hold your breath, $66,999.76, as well as invoices number 34252, 34254, 34379, 34380 for a total of $56,688. These invoices were previously approved by the board at the June 6, 2022 and August 1st, 2022 and were not paid by Mayor Henyard. There are currently pending matters in court, OSMFM versus Henyard, case number 2022-CH10511, wherein OSMFM are seeking to be paid the invoices that were approved by the Board of Trustees. The Delgado Law Group has billed the village on this matter tens of thousands of dollars just to defend this case. There's no justification to bill the village for these corporate authorities items that have been approved. Now, the reason that this is placed on the agenda, as mentioned in here, this has already been approved by the board. It's actually pending in court, and the defense given is
Man,
that
come on, man,
the board
speed
approved
up.
it. We did not provide the specificity to which invoices were approved. So this is just clearing up a matter that has already been voted to make sure that the court is crystal clear on the board's intention. Having said that, I'll make the motion for approval on this, and I'll ask for a second. Okay. Hearing the motion and the second, almost thought I didn't
Got about an hour and 11
Hearing
minutes.
the motion and the second, I'll ask any discussion. Hearing no discussion, clerk, I'll ask roll call.
I'm sorry. We always hear that if they did the work, pay them. Well, the attorney has done just that. He has done the work for the village, so let's pay him. Hey, you got that bag? Show us you got that bag. Pay the attorney.
Trustee Norwood? Aye. Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House? Aye. Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Next item on the agenda is a directive for the village administrator to be directed to provide an access key to Village Hall for each sworn trustee and the village clerk.
All right, man, we on the move, man.
As grateful and as gracious as we are for the Park District and their partnership, the
Hold on,
Board of
man.
Trustees and the resident, more importantly, I always say, the residents of this community deserve the access to Village Hall for meetings that are being held. So with that, I'll make the motion. I'll ask for a second. Then I'm going to have a question I'm going to yield to our attorneys on in terms of enforcement, because we know the vote is one thing and enforcement is the second part. So after we get the motion second, I'm going to ask Attorney Olson to kind of outline next steps on this one. So I make a motion. Hearing the motion.
That's hilarious,
second,
ATS dude.
We're in discussion. I'll first ask Attorney Olson on next steps on this one, because the common
Yeah, man. I got Rottweilers, man. I got 2 Rottweilers.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem House. So, some of the folks here will remember then the mayor locking the board out of the village hall and the board having to set up a table and lawn.
One of my buddies had 2 Rottweilers back in the day.
You know where that happens? Nowhere. Except
very well behaved.
That just doesn't happen.
So
the trustees are elected
I got a
by
couple
the
of
people,
them,
and they need access to the municipal hall as the village board does. So the board has not given,
get over
been
here.
given access since that time. So that's why this action has to be taken. The village administrator works for the mayor and the board together, and the village administrator has to follow the direction of the board. And if
oh
he
yeah,
does
them
not,
cats, yeah.
he is subject
Okay, yeah, you
to
can miss me with the
discipline by
cats.
the board, suspension or termination.
You know me, I love cats.
He must
Man.
obey, as long as it's legal, the direction of the board. There are so many actions that we could run
Cats,
into court and litigate, but every time we do that, even if we're not billing you, Mr. Delgado's firm is. So there's no need to usurp any more money out of this municipality for lawyers, to be quite frank with you. Whether this works or not, we'll see, but I think the next item on the agenda.
Yeah, you guys, man. This is gonna be my last load, man. I just wanted to get on here, man, and thank everybody, man. I looked up and I was like, oh man, I didn't hit my goal, man. I didn't surpass 1,000 subs, man.
Ordinances, meaning that they are laws that
I
we put
passed
into
1,000
effect.
subs,
And these
man.
laws
So
are
I appreciate you guys,
obviously
man.
violated on a day-to-day basis. So.
And I didn't want to miss this. I didn't want to miss this hearing also. So I was like, you know what? Let me kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I was like, let me go live and watch this at the same time.
Administrator to do it. I'm asking that at this point we have authority to change the locks and bill them like everybody else do. I'm asking
Exactly,
but I'm very
ATS do.
serious. I'm not joking because we are here and these residents, I'm so glad that you guys have come out, but this has been a stain on our community. There is no way that we should have to continue to come to the park and then she don't even want to give the park permits. So it's no way that we should be locked out of a place where we pay taxes, a place that we're allowing the village administrator to come in our town and destroy.
Dogs need a lot of attention, man.
So I'm just
I see these people all in the supermarket with their doggone dogs. They can't even go to the store without their dogs.
1,000
Man,
different
cut
times.
that shit out.
As they keep changing locks, we need to call them to make sure that everybody has a key fob by the end of next week.
Received. Was that? Were you seeking a response or?
Yes.
Attorney?
So I, with all due respect, I wouldn't suggest changing the locks at this time. I'd give it a bit, again, because that will create more time, more money, more controversy, another lawsuit, and even though she is withholding the trustees and the people from the People's House of Government, which they pay for, I would ask that you hold on that until we work through this agenda and we have an opportunity to turn this over to other authorities.
I don't think I've ever been to this yard like this before. This is my first time here, man.
Extremely saddened that time and time again, I mean, we, as the attorney stated, we were locked out of the building once before, and we did have to hold our meeting in the parking lot. But we also had another time where we entered the building and the mayor had the entire administration come and tell us that the lights were off. So they first told us that the lights were off. We had Trustee Belcher, she had to call ComEd while we were in the building.
Yeah, it's
to
a big
ask
yard,
how
man. I've
the
never
lights
been
were
here
off,
before.
and we found out that they weren't. Then they tried to say that it was carbon monoxide or something, so they called the fire department to come into the building. So these are the things that they do to prevent us from moving forward. We've all heard them being called secret squirrel meetings, right? But it's not a secret. We're trying to have access to the building that belongs to the residents. So that's why we are here. And when I say that we are here to save Dalton, that's what I mean. We are here to save Dalton, to be able to have access to the building that is Trustee State's.
Where did I go, man? I missed this thing. I think it's over here.
There's no way we should be here. So as a board, we're hoping that they provide us access with this ordinance put in place.
Where'd it go? Oh,
I know
here
that
it
we'll
is.
probably be here again next month, but we would like you all to know that we are continuously making an effort, and this is our attempt to fight for what's right. So that's what we'll continue to do. Thanks again, residents,
see.
and I hope if we have to continue to be here, we'll continue to see you every time. Thank you.
One last thing. It's so funny and childish. Our mailboxes are outside. Our mailboxes were placed outside to prevent
Where's
us
this
from
going
going into
here?
Village Hall. Each and every time we go into Village Hall, you see everybody picking
Oh,
up
that's
their
where it's
phone.
going, right on the
They're
other
calling.
side of that
They're here.
house.
They're
Right on
here.
the other side of
They're
that
here. It's a
storage
shame
over there.
that you can't even
Okay,
go into
let's see.
Village Hall to ask a question about insurance or possible a permit or anything. Every time you go in there, all eyes on us. We're outside today. We went today to renew our insurance. Cars circling the building while we're standing there. It's a shame an elected official is treated like an outlaw. So something definitely has to change, and it has to change immediately. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Trustee Brown. Having discussion.
You know what,
closed
man? I
discussion at
can't
this time,
even
I'll
see
yield for Clerk Key to do the roll call.
Where I'm
please.
supposed to be going over there?
Okay, Trustee Norwood. Trustee
Let me see,
Tammy Brown.
man.
Aye.
Trustee House. Trustee Belcher. Aye. Motion passed to provide keys to the Board of Trustees and the clerk.
Thank you very much. Item number 5 on the agenda. Item
Man, I
is a
can't see where I'm
instruction for
going back
village
there.
administrator and/or finance director are ordered to tender all payments made by the village for any reason, including Las Vegas junkets, the mayor's Tahoe car payments, security detail from
Okay, that's where
June of
I'm going. Okay, now I think I got my
2021 to
point.
present. Said records
think I got
shall
my
be
point of
tendered within
reference
14
now.
days. Records of all expenditures.
I think I see it now. I see.
Through today must be. It's
kinda hard to see, man.
By the village administrator. Failure to turn over the requested village financial records shall result in immediate suspension or termination of the village administrator. All requested documents/records shall be recorded and turned over to the Board of Trustees, specifically Senior Trustee House. This was listed on here. We've come to many meetings and we say we're not getting the information. And further, we encourage that the information be placed on the board, on the website, because there's no better transparent way to do it. For the purpose of this, we have to specify where we want it to be done, so that way it can be tracked. But
Where am I going? Man, I'm
telling
telling you, bro, with all these things in the way, I cannot tell where I'm going,
We
man.
know one thing: the finances aren't good, but specifically where we're at, we're still left in the
I
dark.
cannot
trying
tell
to
where
figure
I'm
out
going.
where
Now
the
I think I can
finances are
see
for
it.
the village. This information is critical to the village, for the residents to understand where we're at, and further to make sure that once we have the information, we can begin to
Wow,
create a plan on how
this
we
is
move
a
forward.
disaster.
The last financial reporting that we received is September of 2023. On
This
that
is a
report, it shows that there are
disaster.
$2.5 million worth of checks that have been issued, approved by the board, and have not made it to vendors. Just sitting on desk somewhere. That's completely unacceptable from my perspective, and I know the board will share that sentiment. So I'll make a motion that we move forward on this.
Finally,
I'll
I
second
see
for
it.
Discussion. Okay, Trustee Brown second. I'll yield to discussion. Anybody? Hearing no
Wow.
discussion on that. Clerk, can you please roll
That
call?
was a crazy little spot, man, but I got it in there.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Jesus.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
That was a hard one.
Motion passed to order the village administrator and finance director to turn over all financial records to Trustee House.
Okay, I think Attorney Olson, you have a comment?
Yeah, just one follow-up on that. I don't know if the...
Okay, there we go. Good
All
God.
the TV that's gone on in the last couple of weeks about the squad cars and public works vehicles that were on the...
Yeah,
verge
we
of
got
being
to
repossessed
set up a time, man. We got to
because
set up a time to
$76,000
definitely
payment
convoy.
that was not
Definitely.
made, even though this board authorized the payment.
Definitely got to do
in May
that.
of
And I need to restart
2023.
this computer.
But you need to know that the mayor's Tahoe security detail car payments were made every single month. So you,
All right, there we
and I
go.
was on TV
Hey, you
saying
guys,
this,
listen. Once
that
again,
it-
man,
it-
I
it
appreciate
is
you
a
guys,
deadly
man.
sin
I
to
really,
think
I
that
really,
you
I really,
could have
really,
lost
really,
6 of your
really,
police
really, man,
vehicles. And when you
appreciate-
lose vehicles, you lose the police officers
I
too.
appreciate you guys,
But
man,
you
for
chose
coming
to
out, supporting the
keep
channel,
your payments
subscribing,
on her
helping me meet my
security
goal,
detail
man. I
intact.
appreciate you
And I
guys,
think that's
man.
important for information.
Peace, man.
Thank
Love
you
you
very much.
guys
That's,
all,
very
man.
critical
Thank you
information
very
there.
much. I just
There
want to
will be
come
some
on here and do a quick
follow-up,
video, man, to let you know that I
on
hit
that
my
point.
mark,
I
man,
do
of
wanna
of
pause for
1,000
make a brief,
subscribers.
acknowledgement
I
that I see
exceeded
one of our
that,
board
made
commissioners. I tell you how much I appreciate the
1,025,
park board, so
but I
I wanna make sure
appreciate
I
all
see
you
them.
guys, okay?
I acknowledge
Thank
we
you,
have
thank you,
Commissioner
thank
Willis
you.
Harris in the back. Commissioner,
All my
please.
long-time
Thank you
supporters,
again for your
man.
continued
I thank you,
partnership.
all right?
I did not
I'm going to catch
acknowledge
you
the
guys
executive director,
on the next
Stephanie
stream,
Weaver, the
man.
executive director
I'll probably be
around.
on tomorrow, okay? And
Just want to give acknowledgement.
yeah, man, I really, really, really
And if
appreciate
you
it,
don't
okay?
mind, come
You
up
guys
for-
take
not
care,
for speaking, just come
and
I have a question I want to ask you in a brief
and I'll
moment,
catch
please
you guys
do
on the
more.
next stream, all
We'll-
right?
we'll
You
transition
guys have a
here
good
to item
one,
number 6.
and you guys
All
have
monetary
a wonderful and
payments by
safe
the
day, all
Delgado
right?
Law Group
Okay,
shall
you guys,
continue
take
as
care.
the Delgado